What is up, guys? Rick Hack is here with a Pokemon Go video to share with you guys today. Now, I very recently acquired Pokemon Go, and this is a method I've been using to greatly help my experience in tracking Pokemon. Now, the reason I'm sharing this with you guys today is that none of my friends who have Pokemon Go, who I talk to, use this method. So I'm just sharing it with you guys today. If you don't know about this, this is going to be very helpful in, again, tracking Pokemon. You always see those legendary Pokemon near you, but they're 3 steps away along with, a million Pidgeys. How do you know which direction to go? This video will hopefully help you out. Now, the thing that most people do when looking for a certain Pokemon and judging how close they are to that Pokemon and if they're heading in the right direction is by looking at the footprint symbols beneath that Pokemon. 3 footprint symbols represent that Pokemon is within 1 kilometer of your current location. 2 is a little bit closer, 1 is quite close, and 0 means that you're just about to find it. You can see this exact same thing happen when I was playing earlier today with this Drowsy. You can see it goes from 2 footprint symbols to 1, and then I find it. The problem with this method is that it's not very accurate. It can take a while for a Pokemon to go from 3 footprint symbols to 2 to tell you that you're heading in the right direction, and often you're not heading in the right direction. But there is a much better way for determining your distance towards a Pokemon, and that's why I'm making this video today. And it has to do with a Pokemon's relation with the other Pokemon in the nearby Pokemon screen. Now, using my sophisticated survival skills, I have developed this, which represents your nearby Pokemon screen. Now, while this is out, the nearest Pokemon is going to be on this corner. It's often going to have, 1 footstep symbol towards it, or perhaps none. It's then going to continue with the next nearest, next, and finally, in the bottom right corner, that is going to be the furthest Pokemon. This is very important because it actually keeps track of which Pokemon is closer than the other. This Pokemon, again, will be the closest. If this Pokemon and this Pokemon switch spots, that means that this one has become now closer than where this one was. So yes, the Pokemon in the nearby Pokemon screen are organized by closest to you in the top left-hand corner to furthest to you in the bottom right-hand corner. The trick to tracking down a Pokemon easier is to use its relationship with other Pokemon in the nearby Pokemon screen, rather than just judge its footprint symbols. You can see this in action in this clip I caught earlier today. I am surrounded by a sea of Drowsies, and there is 1 Ghastly out of all of them. I want to go after the Ghastly, so what I do is that I look at its relationship to all of the Drowsy nearby. Now, I'm heading in one direction and nothing is changing. I get the same footprint symbols all the time. I then decide to switch directions. I'm heading straight and then I turn to the right and start heading in that way. Now you can see that the footprint symbols actually don't really change. It's the relationship between the Pokemon that tells me I'm heading in the right direction, because the Ghastly actually switches positions with the Drowsies to tell me that I'm actually now closer to this Ghastly than I am the other Drowsies, and that I'm heading in the right direction. And sure enough, there it is. Now, the most important part of this whole clip is the moment that the Ghastly switches positions with another Drowsy, and all of these Pokemon, the 2 Drowsies and the Ghastly, are all at 2 footprints away. So what this moment proves is that this method actually does work, that the nearby Pokemon are actually organized by closest to furthest, and that you can use their relationship based upon each other to judge if you're heading in the right direction. So if you're surrounded by a sea of Pokemon and there's one that you want, let's say there's a Dratini in a swarm of Pidgeys, this is a method to use. Walk around in a bunch of different directions with your nearby Pokemon screen up and active, and see which direction has the Pokemon you want to find advancing position. So it'll move left or upwards, and that means that you're getting closer to it, even if the footprint symbols don't yet change. Now that's going to be it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed and found this helpful. If you did, please remember to help me out by simply rating and especially sharing this video. I certainly don't do this type of video very often. I'm not a big vlogger or anything like that, but if you enjoyed this type of content, let me know in the comment section down below and I just might do more Pokemon Go videos. As always, if you want to get in touch with me, the best way is to follow me on Twitter at RickCactus. That's linked in the description of this video down below, as is my Twitch channel, which you can also follow. Again, I hope you enjoyed this video, and as always, have a good day. Now, I got to play Titanfall 2 recently at EA Play. I was invited out to LA to attend a special Titanfall 2 event where myself and a few other YouTubers were able to play the game for a decent amount of time early. We were also given some exclusive Titanfall 2 multiplayer gameplay, which you can see playing in the background during this video. A lot of it was from the trailer, but there's actually quite a bit of it kind of extended beyond what was in the trailer, and actually featuring some new weapons that weren't seen in the official multiplayer trailer, so that's definitely pretty cool for Titanfall fans. Now let's get started by discussing what new features were added in the Titanfall 2 multiplayer.